This is the Tai Chi Chuan from A to Z. Now as we go through this technique, as we try to navigate through the form as best we can, as we navigate through the movement, here's one thing to keep in mind. We are a microcosm of the universe. All we're doing is recreating that universal dance that is taking place above us, below us, around us, and inside us. Hence I like to refer to this experience, this Tai Chi experience, as the dance of life. This Tai Chi form is called the classical young long form. It's the large frame form, right? This is an old style. This old style contains 3 sets, right? The first set is called heaven. The second set is called earth. Third set is called man. Heaven is the feminine principle that gives birth to everything. Hence we call the first set the mother form. It's the beginning of the Tai Chi that gives birth to all the movements of the Tai Chi. Movements of the first set are deceptively simple in their appearance. In fact, they are very challenging and complicated during practice and application. Hence it's important to learn the first set and take your time to navigate and learn the technique the best way you can. Become familiar with them. Become familiar with the nuances of each technique, so that when you string the movement together, that you will have an unbroken flow and unbroken rhythm, which are the characteristics of this form. As you do the movement, the motion should be fluid, graceful, and unbroken. I will discuss the theories and principles with you as we go along through the movement to make your Tai Chi learning easy and friendly. Okay, so let's begin the Tai Chi with the first posture. The first posture in the Tai Chi form is called Wu Chi. Wu Chi is loosely translated to mean before Chi. This is where you gain balance, centeredness, focus, and concentration. So, Wu Chi position is the feet together. When the feet are together, put the tongue to the roof of the mouth, and the head top is suspended upward infinitely towards the heaven. That's the first thing. So now you start to gain inward concentration. You start to become introspective and focused. The next thing about Wu Chi that you do is start learning about your body dynamics, body mechanics. So the shoulders are supposed to relax. When the shoulders are relaxed, you lower your center of gravity, you relax your chest. When you relax your chest so that your breath will sink towards the Dan Tien. The Dan Tien is very important. That's where center, that's where combustion and breathing takes place. The breathing is supposed to sink to the lower Dan Tien. If you want to know how to breathe, first you have to relax for the breath to take place. Imagine, for breathing, that you have a silk thread from the tip of your nose going towards your abdomen. And you're pulling on that thread gently, all the way down to the abdomen, and then release gently in a rhythmic pattern. And then you will start over a period of time develop control over your breath. As you do the movements in the Tai Chi form, you'll see how the breath become integral to the movement. Now, so on Wu Chi, your feet are together, hands by your side, tongue to the roof of the mouth, head top suspended. You relax your chest so the breath can sink to the Dan Tien. You keep your knees soft and keep your feet, bottom of the feet, relaxed. You see how important Wu Chi is? Wu Chi is developing your introspective intuitiveness. When you become focused internally, you learn more about your energy, what's going on inside of you. All right? So Wu Chi is teaching you centering. All right, so the spine is very important. The spine should be held very, very straight, but loose. The spine should actually be held like a string of pearls. Your spine is your information highway. That's your do channel, your ascending channel. The chi rises up the back. So now as it goes on to the front, makes its journey up the top of the head and descend down the front. The chi is descending down, you wrench on back to the Tan Tien. When the movement of the body, when the movement of the energy goes up the spine down to the front of the body, we call that an orbit, a micro orbit. All of these observation takes place in Wu Chi. That's why Wu Chi is before Chi, right? Think of Wu Chi this way. If you're sitting in a car, before you start the car, you're in Wu Chi. If I ask you a question, before you answer me the question, you're in Wu Chi. Okay, so the movement, the opening movement after Wu Chi is what we call the separation of the primordial force into yin and yang. So the feet together, and you raise the right heel. You toe out, you make a small circle, and lower yourself. The toes touch, ball of the foot touch, bottom of the foot touch. So notice as the heel raises up, the weight gradually shifts. We call this the separation of the primordial force into yin and yang. The toe goes out, and then you make a small arc. You touch your toes, ball of the foot, bottom of the foot. This position now represents the balance of yin and yang working in harmony together. Your next movement after Wu Chi is called sending Chi to the forelimb. You sit like you're sitting in a chair, and you keep your spine straight. Head top suspended. You let your body sit, let your weight sink into the ground. This is the sending Chi to the forelimb. If you want to imagine this, if you want to visualize this, visualize, if you want to feel this properly, the way your weight's supposed to drop. Visualize someone trying to lift you off the ground. Notice, so this is sending Chi to the forelimb. He's trying to lift me up, but I'm lowering myself. So no matter how hard he tries to lift, this is sending the Chi to the forelimbs. So you're learning how to sink and let your weight sink into the ground. So as you can see, we went from Wu Chi to separation of the primordial force into yin and yang. We step out, we send Chi to the forelimbs by sitting like you're sitting in a chair. Now the next movement is rising up to make a Tai Chi ball. So start again. Observe relaxation by letting all the tension go from the body. From Wu Chi, you raise the right heel, toe out, make a small circle, touch the toe, shift the weight, sending Chi to the forelimbs. At this point, now you raise both hands. And let the weight sit back down. Straighten your body. Turn your waist. And make a Tai Chi ball. Notice the top hand is chest height, bottom hand is a Tan Tien. Elbow is down. The hand is held like you're holding a large ball in it. Very important that you understand that the body, when you move in Tai Chi, you're not using physical force. You're using your mind to guide your movements. If you use muscle force, we call that stupid energy. Right? When you use your mind to guide your movement, we call that smart energy. Okay, so let's start again. Let's do it this time. All right? So we go to Wu Chi. Relax. We separate Separation of the primordial force into yin and yang. Toe out. Make a small arc. See, I'm standing at an angle where you can see my movement. You sink and send chi to the four limbs. You rise up through the legs. The legs should trigger the movement in the hands. Head top suspended. Now at this point, you know my wrist should be eye level, a little bit above eye level. As I sink, I'll lower the elbows to relax the shoulders. Now my hands and my fingers should be no higher than the eyes. Eye level as I extend with the palm. So as I extend with the palm, notice what happens. I'm triggering the energy in the palm. That's the movement, releasing the energy to the palm. And now I turn my waist. And circle back. And now what we have is what we call Tai Chi Ball. And that's the opening movements of the Tai Chi. We go from Uchi, separation of the primordial force into yin and yang, sending chi to the four limbs, making a Tai Chi ball. The movements of the Tai Chi is teaching you a new language. In order for you to get this language, you must first relax to gain a level of comfort. As you navigate to the form, you will find that the movement will start to take place naturally, and your level of relaxation will increase.